now I'm putting the concealed hinges on the door. So hinges, who knew that was going to be complicated? So most cabinets are made out of 3/4 inch ply, and there's a good reason for that. Mainly the hinges are designed for thicker doors and carcasses. The difficulty I've found is trying to find hinges for thinner doors, and then how do you attach them to the thin walls without the screws going through the other side. So it's been tricky, but I'm using these hafele hinges, and we're going for a full overlay because we've got a frameless cabinet, and a full overlay just means that the door covers that 12mm carcass, so then when you open it and close it, it looks swish. And then you can get all these sort of expensive jigs to put the hinges in, but I only need to put 2 in, so I didn't want to go down that route. So I've made a mock-up, and then I'm just going to copy the measurements for that and put them on the door, and hopefully not ruin this flipping door because I don't want to make another one. Right, let's get to it. So to install concealed hinges, you need to drill a 35mm recessed hole for the hinge to sit into the door front, and then you screw the other end into the edge of the cabinet. But you need to make sure that you drill the recessed hole the right distance away from the edge of the door to make sure that when you shut the door, the edge of that door covers the carcass, so you get that full overlay look. See, I took a spare bit of 15mm batten, and trial and error worked out exactly where I needed to drill the hole, attach the hinge, and made sure that it fully covered that 12mm carcass edge. And then once I'd got the right distance, I took that batten, drilled the hole all the way through it, and then I used that as my jig for all the other holes, because all I'd have to do is line the edge of that batten up with the edge of my door, and I would know that that recess hole that I drill will be in exactly the right position for each hinge. Okay, so here I'm just taking a bit of 12mm ply, which is acting like the carcass of the cabinets, and making sure that that fits really nicely up against the hinge, which is attached to the mock door. I then folded out the hinge as if the door was open, and then drawed an outline on my mock carcass, and that's basically just to work out exactly where I wanted to attach the mounting plates. That mounting plate attached to the mock carcass there is in exactly the right position for the door to open and close properly. So it was just a matter of drawing a line from the holes that I screwed for that mounting plate to where I needed them to be able to line up the 2 hinges at the top and the bottom of the door in this mock-up. This would be the door front, and that would be the carcass. And you can see that the door fully overlays the edge of the carcass there. And then when we open it, it comes out. And then when we close the door, it covers it up. So that's pretty sweet. Okay, so now I'm trying to work out where to screw the mounting plates on. So I've managed to make 2 marks here. So basically I have no idea what I'm doing, I'm just making it up as I go along. But I took my mock door, which wasn't full sized, and put it as if it was closed. And then I made a block of the exact height where I want the door to hang. And then I want a 2mm gap between this and the door. So I rested the door on the block, put my 2mm spacing in to make sure that that was correct, and that was spot on. Then kept the hinges shut, and then put the door up. You can see that 2mm gap there. And then closed it, and then as I closed it, because it's not a full door, you can see behind. And then I drew a line at the top of the mounting plates, on the top and the bottom. So when I take these mounting plates off, I can just align the top edge with that and screw them on. And then through all the templates that I've made, I know that the first hole needs to be 2 centimeters back. So as long as I get those all lined up, my mount plate should be sweet. And then I'll take these off and drill the holes in exactly the same place as in this door as the real door, and hopefully not muck it up. They fit spot on, happy with that. Alright, let's get them screwed down and get the mounting plates attached. Done the same with our cupboard door. Look at those hinges, working an absolute treat. And again, it's a soft close mechanism. I'll just pop it back in.